This is our comparative analysis slideshow about American Express and Mastercard. My name is Swan Ibarra, and my partner is Andrew Sanders. So here we have the SWOT analysis for American Express. So for the strength portion of this chart, they have strengths in areas such as strength of employees, a good brand presence, financial position, and they're fairly easy to use. Their cards are fairly easy. So to go more in depth about this, so in when I talk about strength of employees, they employ 64,000 workers. The culture of the company is followed, leading to a diversified, happy employee and workplace. And their brand presence, well, they generated themselves a really good brand presence because they are ranked number 59th in the world's highest brands, and they're recognizable almost everywhere you go. Their financial position, they have a revenue of 50.75 billion just in the year 2022 alone, and 2.46 billion in operating profit. They also make it extremely easy to use their card abroad. I had a similar experience with this when I traveled to Europe. A very easy process. They also provide multiple loyalty programs benefiting the company and the customers. So on to weaknesses. They have a few areas of weaknesses, but I think almost every company has this. So there's like an unavailability of American Express debit cards. Their product line concentrates on one or two main goods. Their planning regarding financial opportunities is not really great. They have a poor marketing presence, too much time and money spent when training new recruits. So as I said, their brand presence is good. Their marketing isn't really it's a weird thing where they're a well-known brand, but you can't recall a commercial in recent times, an ad that you would remember by American Express. So to further go into this weakness, so I said the problem is unavailability of American Express debit cards. So while credit cards with American Express are usually examined, debit cards are not. The firm can gain from the fulfillment of this restriction. The product line American Express concentrates on one or two main goods, but American Express would greatly benefit from US specific financial and cross sales products. Their planning when regarding financial opportunities is poor. The current liquid asset ratio and current asset ratio suggests that Express can use their cash more efficiently than it is currently. They have a very poor marketing presence. Despite the product being successful when taking into account sales, its position in the marketing aspect is not very defined. Their unique selling proposition segment can be attacked by other competitors. And when was the last time you recall an Express ad that you remember? I don't remember one either. And they exercise too much time and money when training recruits. This allows for competitor companies who only allow for experienced people to save a lot more time and resources. So they don't spend too much time there or money when compared to American Express. So for opportunities, they have a plethora of new partnerships and services, including a supersonic air travel service, entering the UK market via NIAX, expanding credit in Brazil, the Dominican Republic, Kenya, and Nigeria, and they have a bright future in the US. So basically, American Express has been taking several strategic initiatives which could open new growth avenues. In April 2022, the company entered into a partnership with Boom Supersonic to bring exclusive experiences to American Express card members. During the same month, the company and Vanguard announced a new Vanguard financial advice service for its consumer card members. In March 2022, the company, in partnership with Singapore Airlines and Malayan Banking (BHD), launched a new co-branded travel card, the Singapore Airlines KrisFlyer American Express Platinum Credit Card. In February 2020, the company launched its first all-digital consumer checking offering. In October 2021, the company launched digital business checking account to serve the U.S. small and mid-sized businesses. So they have a lot of deals going around there, a lot of, a lot of networks surrounding how they're gonna, branch out all over the world. So for threats, they're in this environment and this market, there's rapid changes in technology, competition, major players, guys like that, PayPal, Mastercard, Visa. They have quite a lot of competitors and they're good threats because they're all established companies. this company, operates in a highly competitive market that is subject to rapid technological changes. Being in the cards and payment processing industry, Amex's business may suffer if it fails to adapt to the changing environment. So in terms of products and service innovation, American Express needs to improve upon this. So for the Mastercard SWOT analysis, for their strengths, they have a strong product portfolio, a wide presence, more than 23 billion transactions per year, aggressive publicity and branding, and as I said before, they do have a major presence in on the world. So basically, for strength, over the years, Mastercard has invested in building a strong product portfolio, and this product portfolio can be very useful if an organization wants to expand into new product categories. They don't have to stay stagnant. They can branch out other places. Mastercard works in more than 210 regions around the world, working in 150 currencies and 53 languages, with 2.2 billion users and 36.5 million locations worldwide. So hence, it has a very wide presence. More than 23 billion, as I said before, more than 23 billion transactions per year, aggressive publicity and branding presence in over more than 100 countries, a lot of employees, 56,000 employees, 5,600 employees, multiple platform usages, and they have sponsorships like in major sporting events, as I said before, with their presence. For weaknesses, they have, like American Express, they spend too much time and money when training. When there's like new recruits, new employees, they have spent too much time, too much money training these employees, while other competitors get already experienced workers into the field so they don't have to worry about spending assets in training. And just like American Express, they have poor financial planning. As I said before, the liquid asset ratio, like all of those financial plannings, they don't really tend to use all of their money efficiently. They just let it sit out, and they're not really using it to its fullest. And for like interference of litigation, like there's a bunch of laws overseas, like in the UK, they had a few problems regarding how they manage and how they perform their services. Litigation can become a problem for them as it halts production and it affects efficiency. So it isn't really a good thing for them. So for opportunities, they have strategic initiatives, digital innovation, emergence of fintech, growing cards and payments channel, and they're pretty much growing, like pretty much like their competitors. Opportunities are almost the same, but it depends on how they take advantage of this. So prudent initiatives enable the company to grow organically and inorganically. To this end, in August 2018, the company collaborated with Mata to introduce a new payment wallet made Pay in Saudi Arabia. This enabled it to offer swift and secure payments and encourage cashless transaction. In July 2018, it partnered with Belk to launch a new co-branded credit card that made shopping simpler, easier, and more accessible and secure. In June 2018, Mastercard collaborated with Stargo to simplify freight payments. They made it swift and secure. In March 2018, it acquired Ultio Ltd, a mobile payment technology company from Standard Bank Group. The acquisition facilitates Mastercard in harnessing the fintech startup technology, employee, and infrastructure, enhancing its market position in the Middle East and Africa, and improving payment experience. Like I said before, they're very keen on branching out places, markets, whatever. They really want to get out there and become one of the top players in this market. And for threats, they have operational risk, technological changes, and competition. Mastercard operates in a global market which attracts various legal and regulatory risk and business and operations risks. This could adversely affect its operational performance. The legal and regulatory risks include risk related to privacy data, protection, security, regulatory changes in the payment industry, preferential and protection, government actions, and direct regulation of the payment industry. So like I said before, pretty similar threats as to American Express, and they're all within the same domain of market. And yeah, so this is the SWOT analysis for Mastercard.
Hey, Stephen J. Squeri is the CEO of American Express and has been with the company for 38 years. He took over the role in 2018 and has proven to be an innovative and inclusive servant leader. Under his leadership, the company has had its greatest period of growth in its over 100-year history, seeing a 60% growth in the value of their stock in just 4 years, even despite the pandemic. Slide. Michael Miebach is the CEO of Mastercard, and while he's been with the company since 2010, he just took over the role of CEO a little over a year ago. He has an interesting background. When he joined the company in 2010, he was the head of the Middle East and Africa operations, and his education is from a German university. So clearly, he has a pretty global background. As a result of providing such similar services to their customers, American Express and Mastercard experienced comparable forces within their environments. Both companies have seen success recently as the pandemic has pushed more transactions online. Squeri has a record as an effective leader of his organization. He has pushed for more new products and interorganizational diplomacy than any prior leader of American Express. Miebach's success or failure has yet to be shown due to his recency to the position. Ultimately, the firms are direct competitors, but their futures are similar. If they are to survive, they have to adapt with the constant technological change and get as global as possible as our economies become more intertwined.
So that
and
was
these are our sources, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
So that was all for our presentation.